Singing for the Single Dad by Tyler Walker.
Stacia Carlton put the blood, sweat, and tears to turn her band into a global phenomenon.
But when her drummer quits, she puts out some auditions.
That's when she meets Jared.
He auditions for the band and he's terrible.
But Jared is so into Stacia. And to be honest, she's feeling him too.
So, Jared starts practicing while Stacia goes on tour.
What he doesn't know is that Stacia's abusive ex sees this as an opportunity to come back into the picture and try and get back with her.
Will Jared get to be a better drummer before her ex makes himself a permanent fixture?
Find all the naughty scenes this platform won't allow us to share at tylerwalker.com.
Get 40% off with promo code SAVE40 as a little treat from Miss Tyler.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more full free audiobooks like this one.
This is Tyler Walker's Singing for the Single Dad. Chapter 1. Stacia. Oh gosh, do you guys see the size of this place? I exclaim after we finish loading in our instruments and gear. I look around the place, alarmed, before turning to the other members of my band, Underworld royalties. Yeah, so... Rennie, our bassist, replies as he straightens up from plugging the jack of the cable connecting to his guitar to the amplifier. He's looking at me with a confused expression. Don't ask, Jace mutters. The lead guitarist doesn't even look up from his beloved Gibson Les Paul as he strums on it a bit, making sure that the instrument is tuned. Have you forgotten? Stacia's always like this whenever we perform in venues of this size. This club, what's the name of this place again? House of Blues? Sean, the one in charge of the percussions, helpfully supplies while he fusses over his precious drums. Right. Remember Elusive? That club in Pasadena? She freaked out then too, and that place was only slightly larger than this one. Jace continues, finally looking up. But that was years ago. Rennie protests as he recalls my pre-concert jitters of that time. We've had bigger venues since then, like humongous. We even performed at Madison Square Garden when we opened for Fleetwood Mac. House of Blues is not even a tenth of MSG. Isn't she supposed to get jitters for the other way around? For the bigger venues? She's so weird, Sean laughs, while Jace merely shrugs, amused. I've been keeping silent throughout their conversation, knowing that what they're saying is true, but I couldn't let that last comment slide. Guys, I'm still here, you know, I say, rolling my eyes at them. And yeah, this place is small, but small means intimate. Look, I walk towards where my microphone would be set up. This here is only, 2 meters away from the audience. That's really close. And we've never had such a small audience in a long time. It feels weird. I try to explain to them, then fret. What if they don't find us as impressive in a small space? You're kidding, right? Rennie asks, as he too tunes his guitar. This place probably sold out first compared to our other venues, given the size, and that we have a solid fan base here. You'll be fine, and they'll love us for sure. Especially you as our vocalist. They'll go crazy for you like the usual, Stacia, Jace says, smiling lopsidedly. Anyways, the ones in attendance are our hardcore fans, so it's going to be a total blast. Feeling better? I send my band a grateful look. You guys always know what to say. This is why I love you all. Even after almost 20 years of bickering inside band rooms, and barely able to fit us all with our instruments cars. Oh gosh, I can still remember. It was in high school when we met each other for the first time and... Someone stop her, please, Jace groans. She's getting all mushy. Shut up, I tell them as Rennie and Sean laughs. When we all finally quiet down, Sean speaks. I have something to tell all of you after our live later. The three of us exchange glances. Why not now? I raise an eyebrow at him. Later, he insists. He's saved from further questioning from me as the sound guy arrives. Are you guys ready? He asks. The venue opens in 2 hours. We better do the sound check now. I hear Jace and Rennie agreeing, but I'm still looking at Sean. I know that expression on his face, and it doesn't mean anything good. As I belt out the last words of our new song from the album we're currently promoting, I realize there's really nothing to worry about. The crowd is wild and energetic, even from the start of the concert. The faces of the audience are close to the stage, as I had expected, but it only makes it easier for me to see their enthusiasm as they sing our songs along with us. It pushes me to do my best, and I can tell my other band members are feeling the same as well. Our encore ends as Sean hits the final cymbal, and immediately the whole place becomes even more deafening with cheers. "Thank you for the wild night, everyone," I say on the mic, and my voice carries over the cheers. It means a lot that you came here to see us live at the House of Blues. Once again, Underworld Royalties thanks and loves you all. We wave goodbye to our fans, big smiles on our faces. When we enter the backstage, everyone is cheering and laughing. "That was fire!" I yell in exhilaration. "It was lit, man," Rennie exclaims as he flails his arms in excitement. "It's been a while since we performed like that." Jace says, and Sean nods. "Holy moly, that was awesome." When we're finally done freaking out to each other, we head back to our dressing room. Still, everyone is talking about the concert. "Oh God, I feel like I've been hit 100 times with my chains," I tell them as I rub my chin, the part that took the most beating when I was jumping wildly around the stage. Totally worth it, though. "I nearly slipped," Rennie says. "Thank the rock gods that it didn't happen. Suffering another accident on stage isn't something I want to experience again." Understandable, especially after you sprained your ankle during that concert in Los Angeles. Sean laughs. Like the usual, we spend some time to ourselves in the dressing room before we meet other people who want to see us. Decompressing, recharging ourselves, and all that necessary stuff. The mood inside the room is great, and I, feeling quite generous, declare that everyone's drinks are on me. I'm talking to the sound guys about the minor issues we experienced on stage while nursing a drink when Sean approaches me. "Can we talk for a minute?" he asks. "I have something to tell you and the other guys." He's being unusually serious as he gathers us in a relatively private corner of the dressing room. I'm getting worried while Jace and Rennie are wearing perturbed expressions. Sean takes a deep breath before speaking. "Guys, you know how much I love the band, right? I would have done anything for Underworld Royalties, but..." A pause. There's really no easier way to say this. I'm quitting the band. We're all stunned. Among the things we're expecting him to say, it definitely isn't this one. "But why?" I immediately ask, devastated. "You can't. You've been our drummer from the start. We can't have anyone but you." "I know, and I'm sorry," he replies as his face crumples. "I've been mulling about it for months, and I finally decided yesterday. My parents, they're old. They want someone to take over the family business as it means so much to them. Leela also wants me to settle with her and have a family." We're quiet for a moment as we take the news in. I look at Jace and Rennie, and they look saddened. "We understand and respect your decision, Sean," I finally say, my voice thick, after Jace and Rennie give me nods. "We're gonna miss you, man," Rennie says, and Sean smiles fondly as his voice quivers. Jace punches him on the arm. "Don't start crying now," Sean replies, teasing. "I'm not leaving yet until you guys get a good replacement drummer." "Underworld Royalties won't ever be the same without you," Jace says, completely solemn. "There's also something I haven't told you guys yet," Sean confesses, and the three of us are instantly wary again. "Lila, well, she's pregnant." Our mouths drop open, and we're instantly talking over each other. "Congratulations, Sean. I'm so happy for you." "Holy moly, so you're going to be a father?" "Tell us sooner, man. You guys know already whether it's a girl or a boy. We're laughing, trying to focus on the good news rather than the fact that our drummer is leaving. In the back of my mind, I'm fretting a bit though. How are we going to find a new drummer? Will he be as good as Sean?
Chapter 2. Jared. Uncle Tom, it's me, Jared. I say on the phone, trying not to be nervous. Why, it's been a while since I last talked to you, son. A jolly voice from the other end exclaims, and instantly I relax. A smile creeps on my face as my Uncle Tom goes on to chide me for not calling him sooner and for missing his barbecue party last Sunday. I'll have your hide if you fail to show up for the next one, he threatens good-naturedly, and I chuckle. Oh, why did you call again? Tensing a bit, I decide to just get it over with. Uncle, well, it's something about the business. You know how Dad and I used to argue about it back when he was still alive? Oh yes, he wanted you to succeed the business, but you wanted to be a singer. Actually, I wanted to be a drummer. I wanted to do rock. I correct him before continuing. Anyway, right now I'm managing the business. I'm doing well so far despite some issues that have cropped up. Issues? Son, you know you can come and ask me for help, right? I too have been in the construction business for many years, though not as long as your father. Well, that's why I called. I wanted to ask you for help. I take a deep breath before continuing. Would you like to become the CEO of Paisley Constructions? Jared, boy, I don't know what to say. I love my dad, and it's why I succeeded the business, but I have a different passion, Uncle. I rushed to explain. I wanted to pursue music. Mom totally understands, and we both agreed that we don't trust anyone but you to manage the business. What do you think? Well, of course, son, I'd be happy to. I exhale in relief. That's great. When are you moving to Ithaca from Binghamton? For the first time in months, I feel lighter, like a heavy weight has been removed from my shoulders. I can finally focus on music. Ever since my Uncle Tom agreed to manage my construction business for me, I've been on cloud 9. But of course, my good mood ends all too soon when I see the face of my ex-wife when she opens the front door of her small home. Jared, honey, have you decided to get together with me again? She asks happily. My eyes narrow a bit when she stumbles a bit. Have you been drinking again, Natasha? I ask instead of answering her question. My mouth curls in disgust when my nose gets a whiff of a familiar alcohol stench. Where's Sally? You're so cold to me, Jared, she whines, but she lets me in. We used to have so much fun. You're right. We used to, but not anymore, I say curtly. I'm only here for my daughter, Natasha. So, save your flirting for somebody who you can dupe into thinking that you're a good person. Bastard! She spits, infuriated. She turns away and stomps towards the kitchen, probably to drown herself with vodka again. I sigh when I hear her yelling expletives at me. That bastard thinks he's all that. You ain't worth anything, Jared. Deciding to tune her out, I go to my daughter's room upstairs. She's curled into herself on top of her bed when I find her. Sally, Daddy's here. I say gently so that I don't startle her. I smile when her face brightens immediately, and she scampers off the bed to hug me hard. How are you, darling? I ask her after placing a kiss on her head. The 6-year-old says nothing, but she's biting her lip, her brows furrowing. I'm alarmed at her expression, but I don't show it to her. Instead of pushing her to answer me, I decide that a distraction is needed to make her pliant when I question her again. I give her the shopping bag that I've been carrying around since I came out from Toys R Us about 2 hours ago. Look, I got you something. She opens the bag, sees the cute teddy bear inside, and for a moment she's excited, but then she looks like she's about to cry. She pushes the bag back towards me. But you like Care Bears, I exclaim, at a loss. But Mommy will just throw him away when she gets mad, she says, eyes getting teary. She does that? She nods and I look around her room, finally noticing the many stuffed animals and dolls that I got her before are gone. Rage immediately takes over me, my blood boiling. I leave her on the bed with the toy before confronting my drunken ex-wife downstairs. "What is wrong with you?" I yell at her at the kitchen as she downs a drink. "You've been throwing away her toys? She's a kid, Natasha. Don't be cruel." "I'm not. Don't even try to lie," I snarl. She backs away, swaying, and then catches sight of something behind me. Her face contorts into a sneer, and suddenly she charges towards the direction of the kitchen door. "You snitched, you brat!" She shrieks as she slaps my daughter, and I'm horrified. My daughter immediately cries, and I pull her away from Natasha. "You wench!" I yell, unable to restrain myself in front of my daughter. Ignoring the horrible excuse of a woman that is my ex-wife for a moment, I manage to make Sally calm again, and I swiftly bring her upstairs to her room. "If you're only going to hurt her, give her to me," I demand when I confront Natasha again, this time on the living room. "Give me full custody." "No," she says from the couch. "You can't take care of her if you're always drunk." "No," she says loudly, standing up. "Leave, Jared." She advances towards me, then pushes me out the door. I want to resist her, but I don't want it to turn into a fight. "Go away, Jared!" she screams before slamming the door shut. I'm fuming as I stare the door down. After a long session with my drums at home, I feel calmer now since leaving Natasha's place. I managed to call my mom and tell her about what happened. As expected, she's also horrified, and she promises to keep an eye on my daughter when I'm not around, easing the worry that's been eating me. Afterwards, I make another call, this time to a friend. "Jared, my man, what's up, dude?" Neil's easygoing voice greets me. "Hey, I finally decided to pursue music seriously," I tell him. Saying those words aloud brings a smile to my face. "About time. Your mad drum skills are finally being put to use. So I suppose you need a place to crash here in the city, huh? 'Cause if so, you're welcome to stay at my place anytime, man." "Yes." Surprised, I chuckle. "You always know what I'm about to say, Neil." "Well, that's what best friends do," he replies. "And before you even ask if I know some gigs for you, I want you to check out Stacia's band on YouTube. They're looking for a new drummer." "Stacia?" The name sounds familiar. "Yeah, vocalist of Underworld Royalties. She started the band and they're dope." After the call with Neil, I switch my smart TV on and search for the band's videos on YT. There are a lot of them, and they've got millions of views. I realize with a bit of surprise that I'm actually familiar with some of their songs. A few hours later, I'm staring at my TV, totally smitten with Stacia and the rest of the Underworld Royalties.
Chapter 3. Stacia. Well, it certainly isn't the best poster, I muttered to myself in front of my laptop, looking critically at the poster I just made online. But it'll do. It's not like I got popular for my poster-making skills or whatever. The fans will just have to deal that the vocalist of Underworld Royalties has no skills whatsoever when it comes to Photoshop. Hopefully, the band name displayed large on the top of the poster is enough to attract at least a decent amount of skilled drummers to the audition. It's to be held late next week, so I better start spreading the announcement everywhere. I post the image first on our website, then to the band's many social media accounts, and lastly, to my own social media accounts. I send the poster to the rest of the members so they too can upload and share it online. While printing some flyers on my wireless printer, I try to recall some people who I know are quite skilled with the drums. I'm unsure, though, whether they are still available or interested in joining a band. Ours in particular. I decide to open the band's private SC group chat. "Guys, do you know if Luis Portillo is available or interested in joining our band?" I type before pressing send. He in a band already. Jace immediately replies in his usual lazy style of texting. Surprisingly, among the members of UR, he's the most savvy when it comes to amassing and maintaining a good online presence. His phone is his second favorite thing, the first being his guitar. "How about James Criv?" I ask. Taken too. My mind racing, I fire some more names. Okay. Well, what about Jay Katz? Mark Quinn? Femi? Lowell? Mackie girl has been living under a rock, Rennie replies. Funnily enough, among us, he's the one who's a stickler when it comes to proper spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. Last I checked, they're still quite happy with the band they've been with for years now. What about Piang? I type, getting a bit desperate. He dislocated his should, Sean answers, and I roll my eyes fondly. He can never spell things right when he's on his phone. Shoulder, I mean. When he fell off the stage, he continues to text. Stage. During GOG. Gig. LOL. Jace sends. Wow, he spelled the swear word right. Rennie comments. Fick you, Renu. Sean replies. And I spoke too soon. Rennie replies, and I crack up. I managed to send a ROFL emoticon in between giggles, while Jace sends a long, continuous haha. I'm gonna miss you and your big fingers, Sean, I tell him. Jace sends a thumbs up and a grinning emoticon. I'm feeling attached, Sean says. I'm leaving? You can't leave SC2, Rennie capitalizes. Okay, I won't. Guys, back to business, I urge them. Do you have someone you can recommend? Don't have, Jace says. No, Sean replies. I'll tell you guys if I do have one, Rennie sends. But I currently don't know anyone who's skilled enough that would also fit UR's style and dynamics. What about Eddie? Jace asks, and I freeze upon reading the name of my ex-boyfriend. Sean messages, uncertain. Did you seriously just recommend that bastard? Rennie asks in disbelief. After what happened? My fingers hover on my phone's keyboard before typing slowly. If push comes to shove, then we'll consider him. BTW, I gotta go. I exit Snapchat, but I'm still able to receive notifications. Curiosity gets the better of me, and I open it again. Jerk, Rennie chides Jace. Look, you made her leave. What were you thinking recommending him? Yeah, Sean agrees. Sorry, Jace apologizes. Unable to resist myself, I type in a reply. Guys, it's all right. I don't mind. We'll hire him if we really need to. Just be sure to spread the poster everywhere. Also, I'm hitting the club later. Who's with me? After receiving positive responses, I exit the app again because, as usual, the group chat descends into chaos, with Jace and Rennie bickering while Sean keeps misspelling words and correcting himself. I sigh. I really don't want to work with Eddie again, though I'll admit that he's a great drummer. If not for the awful history between the two of us, Eddie would have fit well in Underworld royalties. Well, if it means that the band won't stop touring and performing, then I'm sure I can deal with Eddie as a band member. We can set our differences aside if we have to. What if we don't find a good drummer? My mind starts to get cloudy with negative thoughts, but I shake my head, trying to dislodge them. It's best to think positively and head to the future with all we've got, like we used to do all the time in the past. With that mindset, we're able to achieve so much. Almost 20 years in the industry and still going strong, I say to myself. Underworld royalties is still rocking people's worlds, baby. But there's still so much we want to achieve. We'll just have to keep going, stay true to ourselves, and don't let any obstacle intimidate us. Success comes to people who persevere. Determined, I leave the printer to print a couple more flyers so I can start being responsible and do my daily vocal exercises. It's during the middle of lip buzzing while humming a familiar pitch that I give up. My mind is completely overtaken with our band's drummer dilemma that I can't concentrate. Deciding to go to the bar early and wait for my band members to show up, I look at myself on the mirror just to check if I look good or not, and I do without a doubt. And I took a couple of flyers from the printer's output tray. While heading out, I hope for a fateful chance encounter that will help us find the perfect drummer for our band sooner. After pinning the flyer, announcing the auditions for Underworld Royalties' new drummer on the club's bulletin board, I wander towards the bar, where I sit beside a younger man with brown, shaggy hair. A bartender notices me, and I tell him that I'll have my usual. I frequent here enough that they already recognize me. While waiting, my eyes travel to the guy beside me, and with a start, I realize he's scrolling through the discography of none other than our band on his phone. "Can I buy you a drink?" I ask impulsively. "What?" The stranger turns his face towards me in surprise. For a moment, I'm caught off guard by his stunning green eyes and handsome face. "Oh, anyone who's interested in underworld royalties is worth buying a drink," I interject, giving him a smile. Thankfully, the bartender is nearby, and he hears me. "Please put his order on my tab." "Thanks," the man finally says, and tells the bartender his preferred drink. "So, you look familiar?" I get that a lot. I grin, utterly amused. "Wait. No way. Stacia," he exclaims, eyes going wide as he recognizes me. "The one and only," I say, while sipping my drink that the bartender just placed in front of me. "Wow. What are the chances?" "I was just listening to your songs earlier, too," the stranger says excitedly, green eyes bright. "I'm Jared, by the way. I'm also a musician, a drummer in particular, and I'm really impressed with the beauty and intricacy of your band's style." "You're a drummer?" I raise my eyebrows. "Yeah? Well, what indeed are the chances?" I grin at him broadly. "Underworld Royalties is holding auditions for a new drummer. Want to try out?" I thought I was getting a fake marriage, but I didn't know my story was being told by Miss Tyler.
This isn't just any fake marriage, now is it?
No, you introduced me to the devil.
Come on, girl, Jacob isn't that bad.
Oh, I love Jacob. His family, on the other hand?
Beggars can't be choosers, Nyla. You should be grateful I even let Jacob Stone look your way.
I just wanted to save my granddaddy. Is that so bad? Why couldn't you let this be a normal fake marriage? Instead, you put me in a twisty story filled with money, betrayal, power, and lies.
Let's not forget love.
That's what keeps me going. But not gonna lie, Miss Tyler. This story you got me in ain't the simple fake marriage, happy ending I thought it would be.
It's not. Because where would be the fun in that?
Treat yourself to Say Less I Love You. Tuesdays and Thursdays. New seasons premiere every month. Or skip the wait and grab the full series bundle from TylerWalker.com. Treat yourself with Miss Tyler.
Chapter 4. Jared, what did she say? Did I hear her, right? She's asking me to audition for Underworld Royalties. Damn, I'm such a lucky man to be given this opportunity. I shouldn't waste this God-given chance. I feel like I'm in heaven. A beautiful woman offered me a chance to grab one of my greatest dreams. And this is it. Drummer for Underworld Royalties. Where? What do I do? I ask excitedly. But when I remembered who's in front of me, I turned to an idiot, again. I mean, where do I audition, Miss Stacia? How do we go about it? I'm a mumbling big idiot. Damn, so embarrassing. How come I'm acting like this in front of her? I'm supposed to be a confident man-of-the-world drummer. What does she think of me? Stacia chuckles. When she introduced herself earlier, I almost blank, and I can barely think straight. I was starstruck at her beauty, but now that she laughs, I turn dumb. All I can think about is her gorgeous face and angel-like laughter. Her voice is innocent, yet tempting. It's the snare of the seductress to ordinary men like me. Are you okay? You blank out. Stacia waves her hand in front of me. I grimace inside. She might be thinking that I'm some idiot and regretting that she offered me the audition. I'm good. We're talking about the audition. What do I have to do? I ask her eagerly. I don't want her to change her mind. Please. First off, you have to introduce yourself to me. Stacia says to me. My mouth's agape. How stupid of me to forget. I wipe my hands on my trousers secretly, but she notices it. Epic fail. I'm Jared Paisley. I give her my hand and she shakes it. There's mirth in her eyes. At least I made her happy with my epic fail. She looks beautiful, even with less makeup. We good? Stacia asks me as she lets go of my hand. Yeah, I'm just a bit nervous facing someone like you. You're every man's dream. I mean, your band is every drummer's dream, I correct myself. Stacia laughs again, but she looks like she understands me. We can have the audition 3 days from now, so you'll be well rested and on your top shape. You can listen to my music and choose what you like, and we'll be using that as your audition piece, Stacia says to me. Seriously? 3 days from now? Instead of being well rested, I won't be able to sleep a wink until the audition finishes. 3 days? I see. I'm good. I immediately agree. This is also good as I'll have time to practice her pieces, but the only problem is I'm not into modern rock. I'm a classic man through and through, but I'll have to learn it for the job. But how much can I learn in 3 days? I shake my head, trying not to think about it. It's fine. I'll do my best. Just do your best. I think you're the type of man that doesn't give up. This is the reason why you're in New York, right? Stacia hits directly to the point. Partly the reason why I want to fulfill my dream of being a drummer for a famous band. At the same time, I just want to throw myself into my music again to distress and sink myself in it. I bet you of all people knows how that feels, I ask her. Why did I blurt out these things? Well, you're right on target. This is me. Music is my life, and just like you, I bury myself in my music. Music completes me, Stacia says to me. She's full of understanding. I look at her, surprised that she's listening attentively to me. We have something in common, I laugh nervously. Damn, it's getting hot in here. It's not every day that I meet a woman who understands my drive and love for music. Stacia laughs. I totally get you, Jared. I was like you before, full of dreams and inspiration then. I made it big. I didn't stop, you know. This is the address. Stacia hands me a business card. You need to go there and let me see if you're the one for the team, and for me. She winks at me as she walks away. Damn, she has such fine behind. I can't help but follow her hips as it sways, calling for my attention. I lick my lips, thinking that I'll do anything to take a bite out of it. I close my eyes, trying to dismiss the thought. When I open them, Stacia's gone. 3 days from now, and the doorway to my dream will open. Is this all her albums? I ask Neil. There are almost 10 albums in front of me. This is a lot. Yeah, so far. I collected it, and even the limited edition is there. I'm a fan. Neil grins at me. So, how is she? I shake my head at him and chuckle. Kind and very nice. Miss Stacia doesn't even act like she's some big shot, I say to Neil, as I remember how easygoing Stacia is. It makes me want to work harder. Well, that's good. You need to listen to this and learn her music and dynamics. I know you love it when you first listened, but you're a classic man, so try to learn it, okay? Neil reminds me good-naturedly. He knows of my weakness to modern indie music. I'll be fine these 3 days. I'll immerse myself in her music, and I'll come out on top, I declare to him, even though I'm not that confident. Neil grins at me. Just do your best, man. We've been friends for so long, I know you can't do it in 3 days. Ugh! Are we really friends? You're cursing me already! I shout to Neil, who ran away already. I'm talking about learning modern music, man. It's hard to do that, but I believe in your talent. You're one of the best. Neil's voice echoes around the music room. I shake my head. Neil hasn't changed at all.
Chapter 5. Stacia. I'm actually feeling excited as I wait for Jared's performance. We met recently and just hit it off. I like him because he seems to be a good man and professional at that. It's obvious. But the most significant reason I like Jared the most is that he has the same love and passion for music as me. Not all musicians and singers are like him or me. I think he's only banging the drums. Where did you find him? I asked Leonardo, who's sitting beside me. He's one of my closest friends. He's trying to help me fill the vacancy for my drummer. Leonardo knows a lot of people from the music industry. He works in the circle. Leonardo rolls his eyes at me. Girl, he's one of those sponsored, I'm forced to take him here. I grimace. I'm not against those sponsored people in the entertainment industry, but at least they should have talent, people what they ought to do, and we go about it differently. You shouldn't have brought him here. He's giving me a headache. I tell Leonardo, and Meredith snickers beside him. They glare at each other. Don't you dare snicker at me, wench. Your recruit almost damaged the drums because he was so explosive. I laugh when I hear Leonardo's comment. They're so funny when they're in a room together. Where did you find yours? I ask her. She pouts at me. He's a model and wants to branch out to music. I was led to believe he has talent. Meredith grabs my arm in a tight hold. I grimace, and she lets go. Knowing you, he's one of your gigolos, Leonardo says. Well, you might be the sponsor, Meredith retorts back. And here we go again, World War III. They keep bickering until the auditionee stops from banging the drum set. I heave a sigh of relief. Why are they all so useless? Some are very confident, but zero talent, handsome but zero skill, and there are some with ability, but they look like drug addicts. I need an image of my drummer too. Not some street punk that looks like I pluck off from the streets. Hello, Miss Stacia. I turn around when I hear a familiar voice. It's Jared. He hands me his file. This is my portfolio. Please. Thank you, Jared, I say to him honestly. I appreciate that he's here and that he's auditioning for Underworld royalties. I hope he passes. Oh, who is this? Is this your recruit? Leonard and Meredith ask at the same time. He looks fine. Can be hunkable if presented well. Leonard roams his eyes all over Jared. The latter looks uncomfortable. Well, he's here to audition and not for you to judge, I say to them as I push lead Jared to the stage. They're judges too, Jared asks me. He looks like he's constipated. No, the choice boils down on me. I tell him, you don't have to worry about them. They're only here to spectate. He looks like he's ready to bolt. I sigh. I guess he's not yet an experienced musician. I hope he overcomes this. Don't be too nervous, I say to him. I'll do my best, Miss Stacia, Jared replies to me. You can call me Stacia. I feel old when there's Miss attached, I tell him. He looks better now. I hope he can pass. I have high hopes for him. So, what's your song choice? I ask him. Jared looks around before he answers me. Love Like a Hurricane and Highway to Hell. My brow rises when I hear it. These two songs are really technical and play to the strength of the drummer. He's good, but I wonder if he can keep up. Okay, we'll have that too. I'm going to sing and play the piano with you, I say to Jared. The previous auditionee didn't have me as their accompaniment. Jared's privilege, and it will add pressure to him. I'm doing this because I have high hopes. I have an eye for talent. Oh, okay, Jared stammers, but I only tap his arm as I get ready. Leonard and Meredith look surprised that I'm on stage. I wave at them. Jared's on the drum set, ready to go. Highway to Hell. I gesture for him to start, and we're on. Drive me to the highway to hell. Take me there, guide me there. Then he misses a beat. I continue singing, thinking that it's only a rookie mistake because he's nervous. Jared's fundamentals are really good. He's a technical player. Leonard and Meredith are listening attentively too. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Highway to hell. Jared fails big time on that transition. I turn to him and he looks like a train bulldozed him. Why don't we try Love Like a Hurricane? Keep calm, I encourage him. Jared nods at me and begins with the song. I met you, and it took me by storm. Love you like a hurricane. Love you like a hurricane. We're in the eye of the storm. He messed up again. The first few stanzas were okay, but when it comes to the transitions, he has a real problem there. Some are off-key too. Jared, it seems you're having problems with the transitions, I tell him. Perhaps, are you a classic rock drummer? Your fundamentals are good. You don't know the song well, right? Yes, Jared replies to me. I'm a classic rock drummer, and I don't have knowledge regarding your songs. I see, I sigh. Damn, how do I break this to him? It's like this, Jared. I have a tour coming up, and I'm looking for a drummer that's ready to go on stage. You're a really excellent drummer. It's just that our styles clash. I know. Jared stands up and looks me straight in the eyes. I hate to disappoint you, but I can't accept you for now. I tell him. I don't like the sad look in his eyes. It's okay. No problem. I hope you find what you're looking for, Jared says to me as he bows down to my friends and to me. I'll be going first. Jared's smiling, but he looks like he's really down. I watch him as he disappears at the corner. Such a pity. He's excellent. Meredith comments. What are you going to do now? I'm desperate. Do I have a choice? I ask them. Leonard shakes his head. You might regret your decision, Leonard reminds me. Well, I heard Eddie sobered up, and we worked for a long time together, I say to them. He's my way out. Your ex-boyfriend is your highway to hell, girl, Meredith says to me. Good luck with me then. If given a choice, I'll never touch Eddie again, even if with a 10-foot pole.
Chapter 6. Jared. The taste of failure is something that I don't ever want to experience again, but it's a significant learning curve for me. Stacia's band didn't accept me, but it's not the end of the world, right? I hate to admit it. I'm crushed. I'm utterly, hopelessly, feeling defeated. I know this is wrong, but I can't help it. It took a lot of my courage for me to audition. What's wrong, young man? The taxi driver speaks out. He keeps looking at me through the rearview mirror. I'm taking a taxi back to Neil's place. It's a bit farther from the audition venue, so it will be another expensive expense. I sigh. Looks like you need someone to talk to. The driver smiles, full of understanding. I know how it feels, young man. You look like the girl you're courting didn't say yes. Huh? I'm dumbfounded upon hearing his hypothesis. Broken-hearted because of a woman? Well, he got some part right. I'm broken-hearted because of a woman, but not the way he's thinking. I'm suffering right now because I didn't win the audition. My incompetence is making me take a second look at myself. I'm not that good of a drummer, and my style didn't fit with her. Maybe it's time to change, to take a look at myself and see where I can improve. Time to catch up to some new songs and new styles, not only in my music but to myself as well. When I look up, I notice the driver looking at me. Thank you, Uncle, for your concern, I say with conviction. The driver's eyes crinkles. Looks like you have realized what you want to do. Good luck, young man. Don't let it push you down. The driver tries to encourage me. Thank you. I thank him again. He helped me. For the rest of the ride, we're silent as I contemplate what to do. In my mind, I have a list of the changes that I need to implement. Soon enough, people will see Jared version 2.0 and they're going to go crazy for me. So, what do you think? My classic rock is good, but I don't have any modern flair at all, I say to my friends. Jake and Jordan are my closest friends with the same love as me. Music. It's nice that we can stay together. It's a lot more convenient to practice and compare knowledge about music. Jordan's excellent when it comes to modern rock. Jake's an experienced drummer for both genres. I would love to work with them so that I can polish my skills. You're definitely right. Jordan's prominent British accent stands out. You have to make sure to expand your horizon. I've noted here in my music notebook about my insights. I made it when I was a beginner in modern rock. I accept it. Jake comes in, bringing beers. Guys, this place is great. You did a good job finding this place, bro. Jake slaps my back, and I almost stumble. Who told him to be huge? Damn! This place is one of the best that I can find. The rent is expensive, but we can make do and split it between us, I explained to them. The basement is soundproof. We can convert it to a mini studio or music room. We can make noise as much as we want. Yeah, I'm really excited, Jake says as he takes a gulp of his beer and hands one to me. I shake my head. As of now, my priority is to change myself, and drinking won't help. You look serious, Jordan comments. Is this because of your loss on the audition? Man, it's not the end of the world. I know. I frown. Damn, they're making light of it when it's hard to stomach for me. It's driving me insane, and I need to do something. Jordan sighs. If it really causes you to feel so much pain and frustration, how about working harder? Change yourself. Think about what you truly want. What do you think should I do first? I ask Jake and Jordan. How about changing your appearance? I mean, you look all right, man, but it's not what I envision for a rocker. You have to look and live the part, Jake says to me as he surveys me with his eyes. Jake has a point. Since you're planning to be serious about this, don't hold your punches and let's do this. I think Neil knows some stylist, Jordan says to me. Stylist? Isn't it over the top? You need a professional's help, man, Jake says to me. My mind's running a mile a minute. I guess I should listen to them. Yes, these changes need to be done, a shrill voice announces. I grimace. Damn, this person has been shrieking in my ears. He doesn't even tone down. Do I have to get the highlights? I ask again. Jordan and Jake thumbs up. You're out of style. You're old. You're on the shelf full of dust. The stylist shouts. You need to let me do your style. I need to change you, goddammit. I can't just look on and see a handsome man like you accumulate dust forever. You don't have to be overreacting, I ask the stylist. He shakes his head and does what he does best, silently styling. Jake and Jordan are reading magazines while my hair is being styled. Whatever the result, I'm looking forward to it. I hope this helps. After a few hours of styling, I'm finally done. I heave a sigh of relief as the stylist washes my hair, and he drags me back in front of the mirror. What the? I'm stupefied. My eyes widen as I stare at my reflection. Wow, man. You look like a brand new person, Jordan comments. Perfect now, we only have to shop for clothes. Perfect popalicious. The stylish giggles and grimaces when he looks me up and down. Well, you have to buy clothes. Now, where's my payment? We bid our goodbyes and promises that we're going back there if we need something done. Now we're going shopping, Jake says. Leather jackets, pants, and shoes. Here we come. I shake my head as they drag me to the clothes shop. Damn, these guys are worse than women. Shopaholics!
Chapter 7. Stacia. I walk into the dressing room of our venue for tonight, while the rest of my band walks behind me. We've been playing for 5 nights straight, but I'm really enjoying every minute of it. Hiring Eddie actually isn't half as bad as I thought, for now. Apart from his constant attempts of flirting these past few nights, everything's going great. I guess Eddie's just being, well, Eddie. As long as he doesn't push it, I don't think we'll have any problems. I plop down onto the soft-cushioned sofa and pull out my phone from the pocket of my leather jacket. I open the text message coming from the manager of the label that produced my CD. Hi, McKenna. On behalf of the team, we'd like to congratulate you on the success of your CD release. It's doing really well as of today, and we've been hearing a lot of good reviews about it. I smile widely at my phone screen. Let me take a look at what's making you smile like that. Eddie takes my phone off of my hands as he sits closely beside me, putting an arm over my shoulder. It's nothing that concerns you. I try to recover my phone from Eddie's hands, but he extends his arm to the opposite direction, making it harder for me to reach it. Well, I beg to disagree. This does concern me since I'm now part of your band. He continues to scan the text message from the label. Congratulations to us then. Maybe we can celebrate after tonight if you know what I mean. He winks at me before handing my phone back. In your dreams. I grab my phone from him and stand up to move to the opposite side of the room. I don't have to dream about it. We've done it countless times before, haven't we? I roll my eyes while he lets out a laugh. He's obviously finds himself amusing with that grin on his face. Miss Stacia, we need you and your band in 10 minutes. A stagehand informs us politely as she peeps through the door. I can feel the adrenaline rush start up in my body. This is the feeling I get every single time I'm about to get on stage, and I absolutely love it. That was a good set, guys. Thank you for your hard work. The production team greets us as we make our way backstage. Thank you for having us. We're happy to be part of the show tonight. I stop for a moment to greet them back and continue to make my way to the dressing room. I'm in the middle of fixing my things when I feel a pair of arms wrap around my belly. I quickly remove them and turn to see who it is. I can instantly smell the alcohol reeking out of Eddie's breath. Damn it, Eddie. What the hell are you doing? I push him away and grab my stuff. I feel his hand on my wrist, making me drop my things as he pulls me back closer to him. I try to get away from his hold, but his grip is getting tighter. I already told you what I want. He leans me onto the wall as he looks at my lips. He licks his own before leaning in for a kiss. I quickly move my head away from him, and thank God I have fast reflexes. With all the strength that I have, I push him away. He falls on the floor, most probably because he's been drinking in between our set. You're such a pig, I scoff at Eddie. How stupid was I to believe that he actually sobered up already? Great. My night is ruined just because of that jerk. I sigh as I head out to the van. Guys, Eddie's still inside. Just wait for him to come out. I'll head out to the bar. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I inform them without explaining what happened inside, even though they could see how pissed I am. Gin and tonic, please. I order from the bartender. I drink a couple of glasses and start to feel the alcohol hit my body, but I don't really care. I just want to drown in alcohol tonight. I can't believe he had the nerve to do that. What an ungrateful punk. I can feel myself get hotter because of the alcohol and extreme anger. 3 bourbon on the rocks, please. Where did I hear that voice before? I look to my right and see a familiar face. It's the guy who auditioned to be my drummer, Jared, I think. He looks way different than he did a few days ago. Not that I'm complaining at what I'm seeing. He's so hot. I quickly look away when he catches me staring. Stacia? I look at him again. What are you doing here? He asks me as I try to act as if I haven't been staring. Oh, hi, it's Jared, right? I try to confirm. Yeah, I can't believe you actually remembered. He smiles widely as he takes a seat next to me. Well, who could forget your flawless drumming skills? I lean closer to him. If it were that flawless, then I'd be playing with you on stage, wouldn't I? He shoots back in joking manner. I'm actually surprised that he isn't bitter that I didn't hire him as my drummer. Listen, let me give these drinks to my buddies over there and let me walk you home. You seem to have had too much to drink already. Ugh, not only is he good looking, but he's actually a gentleman. He heads towards his friends to give him their drinks. Is he really going to leave his friends just to walk me home? I subconsciously bite my lip at the thought. Listen, you don't have to take me home. I can walk by myself. My hotel's just around the corner. I stayed as he walks back to where I am. I don't have to take you, but I want to. Given how drunk you are, I don't trust the people that you might encounter. I follow right behind him as he leads the way to the exit. There's something about him that intrigues me. He's not like those usual entitled musicians, and his good looks definitely helps too. Thanks for walking me home. We stop at the entrance of the hotel lobby. No problem. I just really wanted you to get home safely. He looks at my lips. Is he going to kiss me? I should get back to the boys then. He points to the direction of the bar. Wow, he really isn't taking advantage of the fact that I'm drunk. What's up with this guy? I mean, it's a good thing though, but I guess I'm just used to guys like that pig, Eddie. Wait. I stop him from leaving. I walk closer to him. I can see a bit of confusion in his face, but I know he wants to do this too. He's just too much of a gentleman. I tiptoe and plant a quick kiss on his lips. Then Jared stares into my eyes for a second. Not giving him a chance to say anything, I put my arms around his neck and kiss him again.
You think you can catch me? You think you can tame me?
Oh, I know I can. And you know it too, baby.
I gotta tell you, you're not the first to try.
But don't worry, baby. I'll be the last.
With sass like that, maybe I'll be the one that needs to tame you.
Let's cut to the chase, big boy. What you selling me?
Your appetite is big AF. I have just the thing that'll satisfy you.
Oh, really? And what's that?
Over 120 hours of romance audiobooks. Brought to you by Tyler Walker Romances in the Big AF Audio Bundle.
120 hours? That sounds amazing.
Your knees won't work afterwards if I do my job right.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Well, I can keep this promise. Because these audiobooks are unabridged with all the spicy scenes that will make you put your earbuds on. You know, Tyler can get freaky because she marked the bundle down by 69% for a limited time.
I can't wait to take this bundle for a ride.
Visit tylerwalker.com and get this audio bundle. Just don't start listening if you're going to be cooking dinner. Because you might just forget to feed your family.
TylerWalker.com. Escape your life with Tyler.
Chapter 8. Jared. I still can't get over the fact that I kissed Stacia Carlton. Scratch that. Stacia Carlton kissed me. I stare at the ceiling of the room that I'm sharing as I put an arm behind my head. Does she like me? Or is it because she's too intoxicated to realize her actions? I probably shouldn't be thinking about it too much. I snap back to reality when I hear my phone ringing. I see it's my mom. She rarely calls me, so I guess something's up. I take a deep sigh before reaching out to get my phone. Hey, Mom, what's up? I casually greet. Jared, you need to come home now. My eyebrows furrow at confusion. Your irresponsible ex-wife just got arrested for DUI, and the cops brought Sally here. I'm worried that child services might take her away if you don't come home. This can't be happening. I'm just starting to build my career. I can't just give up now. Jared, are you still there? My mom notices my silence. She knows how important this is to me. Yes, Mom, I am. I don't know what to say. What should I do? Listen, I know how important music is to you. She sighs on the other line. I can take care of her in the meantime, but you have to fix all loose ends first. I'll keep an eye on the construction business for you, too. All my life, my mom's always been supportive of me. She's one of the few who genuinely believe that I can make it big in the music industry. I think about her offer for a moment. I'm just so torn about what I should do. I know I should put my daughter first before anything else. And I know that I also have my father's business to take care of, but at the same time, this is a chance for me to finally pursue my career. If I make it big, I'll be able to provide for my daughter without having to solely rely on my father's business. I finally decide to accept my mom's offer. Just give me 6 months, Mom. If this doesn't work out, I'll come back and take her off of your hands. I'll also give my full attention to Dad's construction business. I'm so thankful that my mom's around for this. I know that I can count on her without any problems. All right, Jared. Take care of yourself. I'll give you a call to give you updates. She hangs up. My stomach starts to growl. I forgot that I haven't eaten yet. I check the time on my phone and see that it's almost nighttime. I obviously slept in after all the drinks I've had when I returned to the bar last night. I get up from my bed and grab my stuff. I walk out the door to grab a bite. I go to the nearest fast food to buy some food. I can't shake my conversation with my mom earlier. I mean, I know we already have an agreement, but I'm still uncertain if this is the right thing to do. I don't want my daughter to think that I'm neglecting her. I'm also upset about the fact that the court let my ex-wife have custody of her, even though she's useless as a mouse. I grab the tray from the counter once the cashier finishes preparing my order. I look around for an empty chair and take a seat. As I take a first bite of my food, I pull my phone out of my jacket and try to look for open auditions. I really need to work extra hard to try and land gigs if I want this to work the way I want. I suddenly see Stacia's name as I browse through music sites. She's having a show nearby a few nights from now. I stare at the screen for a few seconds before putting my phone down. I continue to eat my food so that I can go back to the apartment. I dispose the food wrappers and start to head out. Today's extremely unproductive. I shouldn't have slept in, but my body literally didn't want to move at all. I get back to the apartment, but it's still empty. I wonder where everyone is. I haven't seen them all day. I plop down on my bed once again and try to continue my search for band openings. My eyes still feel tired even though I had plenty of sleep. It's probably because of all the things that have been happening. I see the advertisement for Stacia's show again. Should I go see her play? Would it be weird if I go? I don't even know if she remembers kissing me. She did have a lot to drink that night. I'm not sure if she's even aware that she did that. I find myself smiling again at the thought of her lips on mine. The hair on the back of my neck starts to stand up as I remember all of it. I can even feel myself get a bit hard at the thought. I shake off my thoughts and focus back on the screen of my phone. I pause for a moment before I purchase a ticket for her show. I receive a confirmation email regarding the show and transaction details. I guess I'm actually going then. I put my phone next to me and find myself thinking about her again. I wonder how she'll react if she sees me. A lot of thoughts start entering my head about what will happen when we see each other again. What if I ask her for another shot at auditioning for her band? Maybe this time I can nail it, since I've already been practicing playing in her genre. I feel my eyes slowly closing. My mind is slowly heading to dreamland, and all I can think about is her, Stacia Carlton.
Chapter 9. Stacia. I check to see if I have all the things I need for tonight's show. This has to go well since it's a very big crowd. I review the set list on my laptop and decide to add a few more songs. Maybe adding my older songs can get the crowd to tune in even more since they'll be more familiar. Should I put the song I wrote about Eddie? Well, I don't really care about what he thinks. I just hope he doesn't act up. I save the updated file before I email it to the producers. I check my phone and see a text message from one of the band members saying that they're already in front of the apartment lobby's entrance. I do a quick scan of my things and head out the door. We arrive at the venue and settle ourselves in the dressing room. Thank God they have separate rooms for girls and boys. I'm still upset about Eddie's actions, but I choose not to let that ruin such a big night for me. I go to the hallway and try to look for a stagehand. We still have 2 hours before the show starts. Hi, I just wanted to ask if I can check out the stage before the show starts. The stagehand smiles and gives approval for my request. This is one of my biggest shows ever. I admire the lights, the stage setup, and the whole venue. I'm definitely excited for tonight. I go to my bandmates' dressing room and inform them about the changes for tonight's set list. I roll my eyes as I spot Eddie at the corner, drinking from a metal flask. You've got to be kidding me. Can you please hold back on the alcohol, Eddie? The show hasn't even started, yet you're already getting wasted, I demand as I take the flask from his hand. Whatever. He scoffs as he stands up and leaves the room. Guys, can you please keep an eye on Eddie? Tonight's show is a big deal for me and for all of us. We can't let him just mess it up. The rest of the band agrees, and as Eddie's immaturity is also bothering them. I go back to my own dressing room to start on my hair and makeup. I always find it relaxing to do it on my own before every show. I look over to the mirror and see my outfit hanging on the rack behind me. An hour later, a stagehand knocks on my door and informs me that we'll be up in 10 minutes. I nod and follow her to the curtains. I meet my band in a small circle to do our usual huddle and pep talk. Okay, guys, we're up in a few. I just want you all to know that I'm really grateful to be playing tonight's show with you all. I can see Eddie making faces, but I try my best to ignore him. Let's all enjoy tonight's show and have fun. Oh, trust me, that's what I intend to do. I'm not sure if I heard Eddie mutter this correctly, but I decide to just brush it off. I don't need this night to be ruined again just because of him. Good evening, Philadelphia. How are you all doing tonight? I greet the loud crowd as I fix the guitar around me. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I'm really honored to be playing for you all. We start off with one of our old upbeat songs. The crowd joins us in singing as we start the set off. I smiled widely as I sing and play the guitar. I really think that this will be a great show. The crowd is receiving us really well, and they seem to be enjoying. We go through the first two songs before I start to play the one I wrote about Eddie. Before starting, I suddenly feel hesitant if I should continue playing this specifically. Eddie's been drinking, and I don't know how this will affect him. I immediately regret playing the song when I notice that Eddie's drumming is starting to sound off-key. We managed to finish the song with no major issue. I just hope no one noticed that the drumming isn't in sync. I go over to Eddie before proceeding to the next song. It's very obvious how drunk he is. His eyes are squinting and his words are starting to sound slurry. What the hell, Eddie? Can you please not ruin this night? Get it together, I demand. I walk back to where the microphone is and start to play the next song. Eddie's bad playing is starting to become more and more pronounced after every song. I'm starting to get pissed, but I have to keep my cool. I just want this night to end. I can't believe he's ruining the show. I now regret considering him as a replacement as my drummer, let alone hire him. So this will be the last song tonight. Thank you all for coming out to join us, and I hope you enjoy this. I announce and begin playing. In the middle of the song, Eddie starts pounding hard on the drums. What is he doing? He throws the drumsticks to the crowd, and I see a fan catch it. He gets up from his seat and starts breaking the spare guitars and kicks the speakers. He's a mess. I move closely to my piano and do my best to keep him away from it. The rest of the band tries to stop him, but he punches one of them to the floor before exiting the stage. I can't believe that this is happening. He actually managed to ruin the show. I feel my body turn hot from embarrassment, but I'm a bit surprised to see that the crowd seems to be into it. I walk off backstage to give Eddie a piece of my mind.
Chapter 10. Jared. What the hell is happening? Did the drummer just go crazy? Jake questions me. His eyes widen as he stares on the stage. I frown too. The man looks like crazy indeed. There's no way that it's part of the act. Those are pretty expensive pieces of equipment. Damn, what the hell happened? Is Stacia okay? I'm not sure. I try to push my way amidst the shouting crowd. Everyone is on high spirits, and I was just enjoying myself too, getting enthralled by Stacia's performance. But this jump out of the blue. I squint my eyes, trying to see against the blinking lights. All I see is Stacia trying to shield her piano and taking a step farther away from the drummer. Everyone's thinking that this is all part of the act, making everyone's blood boil. I push bodies away as I walk closer to the stage. What's happening now? I push harder to get a closer look. Man, what's wrong with you? Can't you see that I'm watching? One of the audience shouts at me, but I don't care anymore. All I see and care about is Stacia. Can you see anything? I ask Jordan, who's keeping up with me. We left Jake because he's trying to calm the others that are angry at me. I send her an apologetic look. I can't see clearly, but it seems he pushed or punched the other band member. Jordan says to me as his hands move others out of the way. I hope Stacia's fine and he won't do anything to her. Or else, I don't know what I'll do. We're only here to enjoy the show, and I don't plan on doing anything, but if he hurts her, I'll teach him a lesson he won't forget. Finally, we reach the edge of the stage, and I can see the backstage area. Stacia packs her piano on the stage. I stare at her, making sure that she's unharmed. She looks fine to me, but I can't be so sure unless I see her up close. I walk to the backstage and tries to get in. Jordan's behind me, looking around. Where are you going? A big man, clearly. He's a security guard here, or a bodyguard might be the exact words. Where's your backstage pass? If you don't have one, get out of the way, boy! The guard looks so intimidating with his huge muscles and large frame. He's taller than me, and he's looking down at me like I'm a bug that he can squeeze. I breathe deeply, trying to stay calm. Sir, Miss Stacia is our friend. In fact, my man here is her close friend, Jordan explains to the guard. You can confirm with Miss Stacia. I'm sure that he won't like it that you're barring us from going inside. Are you threatening me, boy? One of the bigger guards moves closer. My nose is only to his chest. I look up, and he looks really intimidating with the black shades on his eyes. He looks like he can pinch me with his hand. We're not threatening anyone, sir. I just want to check if my friend is okay. I glance at the stage, and Stacia's still talking to her band members as she packs her piano. She looks upset. The crows are still shouting and having fun, still high because of the music. Get out of here! The guard growls at us. I frown. Damn, what do I do to prove myself? I couldn't get close to Stacia, and I bet she won't hear me even if I shout to the top of my lungs. Stacia! I still try even though she won't hear me. But something unexpected happened, and she turns around. She waves at me. I smile and wave back. Now you see. Let us in, Jordan says to the guards. They look at us like they don't believe us, but still make way for us. Someone leads us to Stacia's room, but Jordan says he's staying right outside and not coming in. Jordan mixes in with the fans. I enter her private dressing room, and she's inside already. I stare at her, trying to see if she has an injury or something. Did you get hurt? I ask her, worried. It will be bad if she gets hurt because she still has many shows to go to. I'm fine, she replies to me. Stacia looks tired, and the eye bags in her eyes are visible. I move closer to her as I stare at her face. I'm not sensing that she's against my closeness, so I hug her. Stacia hugs me back. I don't know why I feel fury rise up in me, not towards her but to the bastard. What happened? I saw the guy. He smashed the equipment pieces, I whisper in her ears as I soothe her with my hands. I caress her hair. She smells amazing despite sweating a lot. I like it. That man, he was my ex-boyfriend. He was fine before, but he expected more than music. He wanted something more. Stacia looks at me, staring at my eyes. I frown. I don't like where this is going. Take me home. Okay. I didn't ask any further and takes her home. I carry her piano and holds her hand as we pass by the back door. I text my friends that I'm going ahead. I grab a taxi and I cover her with my hoodie. Wear this. Thank you, Stacia replies. She leans her head on my shoulders as we travel to her home. I hold her hand tightly. Stacia. That man, he wants something more from you, right? From the looks of it, he's still in love with you, I say to her, my hands clenching. Damn it. I don't know why I feel like this. No, he wants me. My body and not my heart, Stacia says to me. I don't see any reason why he wants me back. We were over, and that's it. I understand, I sigh. There are people like that. I have an ex too. She was crazy to the point that she suffocates me. Well, it's not Stacia's fault that she's so goddamn beautiful and sexy to the point that she makes men crazy. This is my stop, Stacia says to me. I look out the window. Just here, Mr. Driver. Take care, okay? Do you need me to accompany you? I ask her. I don't mean anything with my words. It's an offer as a friend. Stacia stares at me and smiles. She kisses me on the lips. It's such a surprise that I didn't manage to return it. Stacia giggles when she sees my face. I try to grab her, but she manages to jump out of the car. Stacia! I growl as I lick my lips. I like that predatory look in your eyes, but save that for later. Stacia teases me and blows me a kiss. Take care! I watch her skip to her house. I'm glad she's happy and no longer down. Let's go, driver. The taxi speeds away until the house disappears from my sight. I'm missing her already.
Chapter 11. Stacia. This is your second concert in Europe, and we have to make this big. You have to nail this one, Stacia. We have to do something that your fans haven't seen. Something that will surprise them, Leonardo Marco announces. Yeah, I still think about what to do about it. I'm aware that I have to nail this. Europe is one of my biggest fan bases, and they'll expect a lot from me. Of course, I have to deliver. The ticket's not cheap to come by, but fans are like this. They'll pay any amount of money to hear their dearest artist sing. I'm one of the lucky ones that have multitudes of fans that supports me. You really need something explosive. Did you watch the Rihanna concert when she sang S&M? Maybe you can do something like that. Meredith giggles. I can't believe she's telling me to do it like Rihanna. I mean, she's an excellent singer and I'm a fan, but our genre are too different. And I don't think I can do it that way. I'm not that daring to do it. Rihanna's one of a kind. Wear something sexy, tie yourself, or step on one of the dancers while you gyrate or twist that gorgeous hair of yours. Meredith's so serious. My jaw almost falls to the floor because of her suggestion. Ugh, Meredith. I don't think that's something that will click with Stacia's image. Don't think of doing that kind of costume. You just want to let out that inner diva in you, Leonardo says to us as he rolls his eyes and twists his long hair. Barcelona is your first destination, right? Then Venice? We have to play on their culture and make sure that we do it our own way, Leonardo states. As usual, you need to be tough and crazy. Well, she can be tough and sexy, right? Meredith interrupts. She doesn't have to do it like Rihanna, but she has her own sexiness and charm to her. She's been called the Inferno Witch so many times because she's so hot, and she tempts men to the point of craziness. I laugh. The name Inferno Witch is too much. I don't even know if it's a compliment or not. Anyway, back to the problem at hand. I don't think that we should be talking about this right now. The most pressing problem is my drummer, I tell them. This has been weighing on my mind. Damn, Eddie sure did a number on me. He's such a scumbag that he doesn't deserve anything or any goodwill at all. Damn, what did I saw in that man? I was so blind. Luckily, I managed to extricate myself from that jerk. How about Jared? The one who auditioned from last time? That guy who's very with the classic rock music. He can learn modern rock. You still have time, right? Meredith questions me. I have more or less a month, I reply to her. Jared? Damn, he's one fine man. He makes me think of romance and love, something that I'm allergic to. Damn, he's really good. Maybe he's the perfect drummer for my band. You only know when the person is the one as long as you try them. But I don't have time for trying. I need the drummer now. I can't afford failure this time as I'm at the height of my career. This is the most crucial moment of my life. If I fail now, then it will be like an eagle shot dead from the skies, with no way to get back up and fly again. I sigh. The man looks like he's reliable, Leonardo adds. From what I can gather, he isn't on drugs. And I bet not a heavy drinker, too. There are always telltale signs when they are. I don't know, but I'm sure that he's not a heavy drinker. He drinks moderately, I tell them absent-mindedly, as I think of Jared. I guess he will do it for now. We have a 1-month preparation before going to Europe. And if everything goes well, he can be the drummer for the band. I'm looking forward to it. Oh? You seem to know him well, Meredith says in a teasing voice. Care to elaborate on that? Here we go again. Well, tell us. Don't make us wait. That man looks average before, but I have an eye for handsome men. I know that when he changes his style, boom, it will be a panty shower for women and men like me. Leonardo winks at me. I laugh. Damn Leonardo. If his fans know that he has green blood, they'll probably vomit blood. Should this situation happen, we won't know how to deal with it, because he's so goddamn brilliant. One of the best songwriters in the industry. As for Meredith, she's a celebrity stylist and well known for her own brand, Mariposa. Meredith designs exclusively for a few big names like Justin Timberlake and Pink. I don't know what you guys are talking about, I snap at them. Let's finish up. Oh ho ho! Leonardo's laugh is grating on my nerves. Well, you look at that. She doesn't want to talk about it, so it means there's something. I ignore them and pours all my attention on my itinerary. Where do I place him in my jam-packed schedule? I want to oversee his training myself and see if he fits my standard. In all seriousness, he's one excellent technical musician, Leonardo says to me. He has talent with drums. I'm sure that whatever you teach him, he'll soak it up. I have eyes for talents too. I know. I smile at them. I just don't know how I'm going to turn him to the drummer that I want. He has to undergo training. I don't know the extent of his knowledge about modern music. Okay, it's your call. We're only suggesting to you as we have seen his performance, Meredith says to me. I know, I'll contact him, I say to them. Damn, this is making me nervous. Working with him means that we will always be together. Great.
You won't know what hit you, baby. I'm going to take you, break you, and make you mine. And when I'm done, you're...
Now hold on just a minute.
What?
I got something to say.
What's the meaning of this?
Now you may be some fine-looking white boy,
Got that right, baby. It takes hard work.
and you might got the money,
Fat stacks, baby, to spoil you with.
but that doesn't mean I'm going to give it up to you without a fight.
A fight?
You want some limp wilting flowers? Go to historical romance, baby. But you want sassy and spicy strong black queens that tame their alpha male bad boys?
I think our listeners do.
Then you go on and look at Miss Tyla's Bougie Brides and Billionaires audio bundle.
50 hours of me whispering the most romantic things in your ears. Fake marriages, alpha male billionaires, strong black women, steamy scenes that will make your eyes roll back. And everything wrapped up in a happily ever after that will put you in an afterglow.
Use code SAVE40 to get 40% off this bundle and any other digital product in Miss Tyla's store.
Unabridged and uncut.
Just like you,
You're gonna have to find out.
Tyla Walker Romances. Escape your life with sassy romance.
Chapter 12. Jared. My back is soaking in sweat. I'm almost to the point of freaking out. I auditioned again for Stacia's band, and I think I'm going to nail it this time. But no assurance yet, I'm waiting for her verdict. I watch Stacia as she talks to her friends, and they keep glancing at me. Leonardo Marco's here, and it got me a lot nervous. Hi. Stacia walks towards me. I know you can do it. Great job. Her friends wave at me, and they left. It's only the two of us now. Really? I got in? I ask her. This is perfect. Being a band member has so many perks. The high-paying job and exposure will give me more opportunities. Yes, you did. Stacia repeats it again. I jump and give her a smack on the lips. Let's go to your place. You said you have a basement there with musical equipment. I want to see it. Stacia grabs my arm, and we walk out of the studio hand in hand. What do you think? I ask Stacia as she watches me practice. I have a better grasp of modern now. You're outstanding, Stacia says to me. It's not every day that I see people like you that can learn fast. Thank you, I reply to her. I watch her as she looks around. Why don't we go upstairs? I can open a bottle of wine for us. My heart's racing. Inviting her up is out of the plan. Stacia turns to me and smiles. Sure, let's go, Stacia agrees. I stand up and lead her upstairs. We can watch movies too. I hope your roommates aren't around? They left, I reply to her. Stacia waits on the couch as I grab the most expensive wine here to give her and 2 glasses. Hey, I say to her, you don't watch TV. Nah, I want to talk with you, Stacia replies. We have so many in common. I pour wine for her and mine too, but all my attention is on her. We talk about music, but something's up in the air. Tension, lust, and suffocating heat. Jared, Stacia whispers my name, and I'm on her. I carry her to my room and lock the door. As soon as we're in, she wiggles out of my arms. I put her down. We gaze at each other, my face moving closer to her.
I hate to put a stop to a good time, but it looks like we've hit this platform's limit for spiciness.
This platform's got some rules we have to play by if we want to keep giving you these stories for free.
And trust me, this scene isn't something you want to miss.
While we can't get into all the details here, you can still dive into the full, uncut version at TylaWalker.com.
Miss Tyla has an entire collection of unabridged audiobooks and ebooks waiting for you.
And the best part? You can treat yourself with 40% off when you use the code SAVE40.
That's right. You'll save on any digital product, even bundles that are already discounted.
Miss Tyla would never let anyone feel the kind of disappointment you must be feeling right now.
So why wait? Treat yourself with Miss Tyla. Chapter 13. Stacia. My mind is in a state of bliss as I soak in my nice warm bubble bath. A contented sigh makes its way to my lips. This is the life. I can't help but think of Jared. What we shared last night was nothing short of amazing. I feel myself heating up just from remembering. I smile fondly. Yep. I'm definitely sure that my sudden rise in temperature is not because of the warm bubble bath. Last night aside, though, I shake my head in disbelief at the thought of his audition. It's mostly disbelief at the fact I wrote him off as someone that was no good, someone that wouldn't fit the image that Underworld Royalties was trying to portray. He really surprised me with how good he got since he last auditioned. It made me realize that maybe Jared was just nervous at the time. If it's one thing that his audition proved to me, it's that he's got talent. And not just talent, he's a fast learner as well. He's got a strong drive to get better at things he isn't good at yet. He's not afraid to go beyond his comfort zone if it means getting a better handle on music. I sigh in relief. He's not going to need much practice to master all our sets. He'll easily be able to play in sync with all of us. A bit more work on a few more of the set lists, and he'll be good to go for our tour in Europe. I grin in anticipation. Europe is a major fan base for Underworld Royalties, and I can't wait to play for them. I feel myself get goosebumps just from imagining the roar of the crowd, listening to my music. I get up from the tub and grab myself a towel to dry off. I apply some lotion on my skin, and thoughts of Jared's calloused hands running all over my body make its way to my head. A few more images of our heated moment last night flash. It's like they're burned behind my eyelids. Oh, it has been so long, but the wait's been very much worth it. He was so sweet, caring, attentive, and just so full of passion. He played me like he played those drums. Suffice to say, the man didn't miss a single beat. Again, amazing. On another note, Jared's new look definitely makes him look hotter. I mean, he was handsome before, but now he's pure sex on the eyes. It's another thing I give him credit for. The way he changed his look screams commitment. He's willing to do what it takes to look the part, which is a plus for all our music videos. The fans will go crazy for the new hot drummer, leading to more views and better publicity. But most of all, he has so much potential because he works hard. He knows what he wants, and he devotes a lot of time in order to get it. The fact that he didn't just give up after I rejected him the first time shows strength of heart and a strong passion for music. I throw the towel in the laundry bin and head over to my walk-in closet to find some suitable clothes. I sing the songs to my latest album while I look for something to wear. I smile happily. Things are finally heading towards a good direction for the band. Jared made all of it possible. I'm lucky enough that I decided to give him another chance to audition, or I would have missed this chance. I take a nice form-fitting black top and leather pants. I partner it up with a sexy pair of boots. I'm about to apply some makeup when my phone starts to ring. I look at caller ID and roll my eyes at the caller. Of course, it has to be Eddie, calling right when I'm finally feeling like everything's going to be okay. I end the call, not wanting him to affect my good mood. I just can't understand why he can't take the word no for a hint that whatever it was between us has been over for a long time. Not to mention, as a coworker, he's so unprofessional. I throw my phone on the bed, placing it on silent mode. If he calls again, I'll just block his number. I apply my makeup slowly, wanting to make myself look good. I'm meeting up with Jared for some more practice on a few of our set lists. I smirk, and if one thing leads to another, I won't be opposed to the idea. I finish up by curling my hair slightly. I look myself over the mirror, and I'm pleased by the outcome. Jared, eat your heart out. I smile saucily at my image. I grab a leather jacket, getting ready to go over to his apartment. I get my phone from the bed. My stupid ex didn't call again, which is good. I see a message from Jared. Can't wait to see you. I grin at how sweet Jared can be. I never had that with Eddie. The smile drops from my face as I remember my past relationship with Eddie. He's a prime example of why I think love and romance doesn't exist. I shake the thoughts off. Jared isn't like that, I tell myself with conviction. He hasn't got any vices that I need to worry about. He doesn't have a bad temper. Overall, he seems like a really nice guy. He's different from all the other guys that I dated, and maybe a little change would do me some good. I'm coming, I text back. Ping. Already? I grin at his reply. If you're good, I just might. I type back. Ping. I know I'm good. I thought I made that pretty clear last night. He replies with a winking emoticon. I laugh at how adorable he is. With the drum's first drummer boy, then we'll see. I send back playfully. Ping. Gotcha. He replies with 2 thumbs-up emoticons. I grin at his cuteness. I walk out of my apartment eager to see Jared and excited to know what today with him will bring.
Chapter 14. Jared, I can't even begin to describe how excited I am. I've been practicing really hard for the past few days. I couldn't sleep even if I wanted to. The anticipation of being able to play with underworld royalties made my hands itch to play the drums. So I ended up practicing when I should already be sleeping. But it's okay. The satisfaction from staying up late, being able to do what I love most, makes the late nights worth it. We're on a flight to London. I glance over to Stacia right next to me. She really is beautiful. I smile appreciatively. She seems to notice. She turns her head to me. What? She asks amusedly. I shake my head. Nothing, just that. I think you're beautiful. I tell her with a smile. She blushes and looks away with a small smile on her lips. So, are you excited about your first big gig? She asks, glancing back at me. I grin at her, trying to keep down some of the excitement. Hell yeah, I tell her enthusiastically. Well, so much for keeping down my excitement. She chuckles fondly at my answer. That's good. I know you'll do great, she says encouragingly, while giving my hand a comforting squeeze. I nod. I won't let you down, I tell her with conviction. I'm sure you won't, Jared, she assures me. I sigh contentedly at her trust in me. We finally arrive in London. I feel like a little kid that's about to bounce off the walls. Outside of the airport, we're greeted by the paparazzi. Flashing lights go off from both our sides. Stacia, are you ready for the concert? How are you finding London so far? Rennie, is it true you've got a new girlfriend? Jace, how do you respond to the people who are saying that you're not a natural blonde? The paparazzi simultaneously shout. I look at my bandmates who are grinning, trying to answer some of the questions that they can while making their way to our transport. Who's the new drummer? Another one of them shouts. I grin at the camera and answer, watch the concert and find out. We get into our vehicle and the door finally shuts, giving all of us some peace. Are you okay there, Jared? Rennie asks, slapping my back with a grin. I laugh. Is it always going to be that crazy? They all laugh spontaneously. If we're doing our jobs right, then yes. Jace answers. I look over at Stacia and see her looking at me amusedly again. She gives me a thumbs up and I grin at her in response. We arrive at our hotel to drop off our luggage. The guys and I are all staying in a suite together, but with our own rooms. Stacia's staying at a hotel room of her own. After getting all of our stuff sorted, the guys decide to go to the bar and get a few drinks, saying that it might help with the jet lag. I go to Stacia's room and knock. The door opens and there she is standing in front of me. She raises an eyebrow. Can I help you? She asks, her body leaning casually on the door frame, her arms crossed over her chest. I look her over and damn, she's so hot. I clear my throat. The guys and I are heading to the bar. Do you want to join us? I ask, looking at her hopefully. She grins. Sure, I'll just grab my jacket. The bar is slightly packed and I see the guys sitting on a table. I hold Stacia's hand and pull her to where they're sitting. Her hand feels perfect in mine. The guys look at our joined hands. Is there something that you two would like to share with the rest of us? Jace asks with a cheeky grin. We let go of each other's hands and decide to ignore the question before sitting down. Anything you want to drink? I whisper to Stacia. Just a beer, please, she tells me. I stand to go over to the counter to get us our drinks. What, you're not going to ask us what we want, Jared? Rennie mocks playfully. You two can get your own drinks. I tell them good-naturedly. They laugh at my comment. I return with 2 bottles of beer in hand. Just a bottle for you? Stacia asks. I nod. Yeah. I don't plan to drink too much. We've still got to practice. She grins, seeming to appreciate my answer. We all talk and have a few laughs before calling it a night. I take Stacia up to her room while still holding her hand. We stand at the front of her door. Well, this is mine, she tells me. She leans in and gives me a kiss. I kiss her back eagerly, pulling her by the waist. We both moan before she pulls back and gives me a little peck. Good night, Jared, she says before heading inside. After she closes the door, a huge grin makes its way to my face. Things are really going well. It's finally the day of our first gig. I'm starting to feel slightly nervous, but it's the good kind of nervous. It's the kind of tingly feeling that you get when you're about to do something that you really love, and you want to do it well. We're setting up on stage before the crowd comes in. We do a bit of sound check, and we're good to go. I peek behind the curtain and notice tons of people filing in. I feel a gentle hand on my shoulder. I turn to meet Stacia's soulful golden brown eyes filled with concern. "Are you all right?" she asks. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. "Yeah. Just a little nervous, but I'm okay," I tell her. She nods, getting back into position. I feel the adrenaline running through my veins. My heart's pounding like crazy from the anticipation. "And now, let's give it up for the underworld royalties!" I hear our band being announced and the deafening screams of the crowd as the curtain slowly lifts and smoke starts coming out. I see white lights and a huge crowd before me. "Before we start, give it up for our new drummer, Jared Paisley," Stacia announces. The crowd cheers as I raise my sticks in the air. We start playing the set list like we practice like a well-oiled machine. The crowd goes crazy. I look over at Stacia as she sings and moves to the lyrics of her song. I have never seen a more captivating sight, Stacia on stage doing what she loves the most. The concert ends a success. Everything went smoothly. We all played great together. Stacia launches herself on me when the curtain falls. "You did great!" she exclaims, still hugging me. The guys laugh. "Just Jared, Stacia?" Jace jokes. Stacia laughs and shakes her head. "You all did." "No, we all did," she tells us, smiling proudly. I can't help the huge grin on my face. This is one of the best days of my life. Our next concert pretty much ended the same way. A huge success. I feel like my dreams are finally falling into place. The next day after our second concert, we're all still so revved up from the success. Stacia and I have breakfast together at the hotel. Underworld royalties rocked their back-to-back concerts. I read out loud. I flip my phone to see more of the feedback from our concerts. Underworld royalties are amazing. Stacia is the goddess of rock. I keep reading the reviews out loud. Suffice to say, our fan base seems pleased by our concerts. Stacia giggles. "You can stop now, Jared. You've been reading those for the past 20 minutes. I chuckle. I guess I'm still high from all the excitement. She holds my hand and squeezes it affectionately. "Thank you, Jared. This wouldn't have been possible without you." She tells me appreciatively. I shake my head. "I helped make this possible, but you built all this from the ground up." I compliment her, completely in awe with all the songs that she wrote for the band. She grins at my response, drawing lazy circles at the back of my hand with her thumb. I pull her up, and we head to the garden, still holding hands as we take a nice stroll. Her hand really does fit perfectly with mine. "What are you thinking?" she asks me, looking at my eyes. I shrug. "That your hand fits perfectly with mine," I tell her. She grins. "You have a knack for saying such cheesy things, you know that?" I chuckle. "Only to you." She pulls me by the waist and kisses me. Our lips move passionately, our tongues eager to taste more of each other. We eventually pull away from each other, our foreheads still touching. We're both grinning like a couple of teenagers as we continue our walk. I squeeze her hand tight. How did I get so lucky? I smile at the thought while looking at her.
Chapter 15. Stacia. "What do you think?" I ask Jared, waiting for his reaction eagerly. He raises his thumb, forming a thumbs-up gesture as he chews on the food. Good. We're in one of the best street food markets in London. I want to experience being a London tourist. We plan to visit other sites too. Jared and I have been walking the streets of London since the early morning, buying here and there for souvenirs and tasting foods. We encountered a lot of weird food names, like this one, King Jerk. I don't know why it's named that when it's basically chicken. Yes. After chewing his food, Jared speaks up. His food is already half the original size. I laugh because he has smeared the sauce on his lips, like a kid. I wipe it. "Try it," he says to me, I shake my head. I haven't finished my footlong. You can find different cuisines here, and I'm so full now. Why the hell is it named King Jerk? And have you noticed the names of the food we passed by? Gosh, there was even one named the Giant Manhood. I look at Jared's crotch. I think you should take offense. How can they name a chicken like that? Yor isn't a chicken. Jared growls and takes a bite of my footlong out of the blue. Hey, how can you eat a lot? Don't touch my footlong. I slap his arm jokingly. I'll show you later what's a real giant. Jared grins at me, and he drags me to other stalls. I feel so happy about doing this. This is sort of a reward because everything's going my way. My albums are selling well. I have interviews for the whole week, and my earlier work sold for over 1 million. I have to celebrate. You know what we shouldn't miss. It's the London Tube. We have to use the tube, ride it for a few more times, I say to Jared. I almost forgot that. Let's go. We walk hand in hand to buy our ticket. I swear London's Tube is around this whole place. This is our 5th stop, and we almost missed it, I tell Jared as we walk out of the tube. We look at each other and laugh. Damn, it's so nice. This feels so good and relaxing. I haven't done this kind of thing even with Eddie. You were like a kid inside. The people are totally looking at us. Jared teases me. I pout and punch him playfully. Jared captures my fist and interlaces our fingers. I feel my heart race. Jared's one dangerous man. I can't say a thing, and we just walk hand in hand silently. I can feel that something shifts between us, and it's going to surprise me. I don't know if... Damn, I don't want to think and just enjoy the moment. Let's go back, Jared asks me. I nod, feeling like I'm falling towards the abyss with no way out. I hate to put a stop to a good time, but it looks like we've hit this platform's limit for spiciness.
This platform's got some rules we have to play by if we want to keep giving you these stories for free.
And trust me, this scene isn't something you want to miss.
While we can't get into all the details here, you can still dive into the full, uncut version at tylerwalker.com.
Miss Tyler has an entire collection of unabridged audiobooks and ebooks waiting for you.
And the best part? You can treat yourself with 40% off when you use the code SAVE40.
That's right. You'll save on any digital product, even bundles that are already discounted.
Miss Tyler would never let anyone feel the kind of disappointment you must be feeling right now.
So why wait? Treat yourself with Miss Tyler.
Chapter 16. Jared, I feel warm. The right kind of warm, you can get it when someone you love is in your arms when you sleep, and I'm elated that it's happening to me. The body feels so soft and warm that I can't bear to let go. My arms encircle Stacia's body, and I hug her closer to me. I won't let go is the only thing I can think about with my eyes closed. Stacia! I whisper her name as I caress her hips. She moans and slings her legs over me. My manhood stands into attention. I open my eyes and glare at her. Even when she's asleep, she's wreaking havoc in my system. Stacia rubs her legs over my crotch. I gasp and I grip the sheets. I stare at her, checking if she's really asleep. I frown. She's sleeping like a baby. Her breathing even, and she didn't move again. I sigh. I was looking forward to having Stacia for breakfast in bed, but I made her very tired last night, so nope. Stacia needs her sleep. I place my chin on my palm, facing her entirely. Stacia is very different from the wild girl on the stage. She looks very innocent as she sleeps. Her beauty shines through without the makeup. Stacia looks like an entirely different person, a straightforward and innocent woman, and no one will suspect her that she rocks the stage like crazy. If she didn't become a rock star, she's now a housewife or an office worker. I trace her nose bridge, and it's so prominent. Then, I squeeze the tip gently. I like the feel of her skin on mine. I think I'm falling in love. Nope. Change that. I'm in love in a way that I've never experienced before. Stacia brings out the best in me, and she fuels my passion for music and for her. It's novel to me. All my life, I haven't experienced these explosive feelings to the point that I forget myself. My music has experienced a qualitative too. Stacia is the one that changed my life significantly. She's very different from all the other women that I know. You're my angel of music, you know, I whisper in her ears. For me, she's the angel that shed light on my dull, mediocre life. She makes me want to change and be a better person. And I think, I love you, I add in a whisper. I don't want her to hear yet. Maybe I'll confess to her. Perhaps not. I don't know what to do, and I don't plan on doing anything. Yet. I just want to enjoy the moment with her. Being beside her is more than enough for me. For now. I kiss her lips gently as I move down the bed, tiptoeing to the door. I turn around and she's still deeply asleep. This moment is forever branded in my mind. I can hear Stacia moving from the inside. I stand in front of the door with coffee in my hands. She's awake. Jared? Stacia's looking for me. I smile and knock on the door as I open it. Room service, I say to her. Stacia looks surprised and she smiles like the sunshine. My heart beats in triple time, thinking that she's the most beautiful sight I want to see in the mornings. Hi, Stacia says. It's a pity that she's wearing something. Nah, it's not a pity because she looks so good in my shirt. I thought you left me and went out alone. How can I leave someone like you? You're the most beautiful sight here in the entire London. I hand her the mug. Careful, it's hot. Steaming black coffee the way you want it to wake you up. Thank you, Stacia blows on her mug. I placed a cloth around her cup to avoid her hand from getting scalded. Her fingers are precious. You're welcome, I reply to her as I lightly kiss her on the lips. I hope that today is another wonderful day. Me too, Stacia says to me as she returns my kiss. We stare at each other's eyes and smile. I hope this can last forever. After this, let's shower together, I suggest to her, and she nods. We face the window as we drink our coffee with her in my arms. Oh, that's ticklish, Jared! Stacia tries to capture my hands, but I'm fast. I grin as I continue rubbing circles on her hips using the soap. Stop that! I love your hips, honey. It's the perfect curve, I whisper in Stacia's ears. In fact, I love everything about Stacia. Oh, Stacia moans when my hands touch her fleetingly. Tease. We're washing, honey. I'm bathing you, and you're going to wash me too, I say to Stacia as my hands continue caressing her skin. Her skin so smooth and flawless. I'm taking my time to admire her. Stop that! Stacia grabs the bath soap from me and applies it to me. Let me clean you up. It's my turn to moan. Oh! Stacia's hands roam on my neck. It feels like a live wire emitting sparks. Her hands caress my skin while her nails scrape from time to time. The effect makes me lost control. I growl and try to capture her. Nah. Behave and I'll wash you clean, Stacia whispers in my ears. I nod my head and tamp my urges down, but my member can't hide it. Bend down. I'm surprised when she starts washing my hair. We're on eye level. I stare at her beautiful face, and my mouth can't be stopped anymore. I love you, Stacia. I blurted it out because of the moment. Damn! How unromantic of me, talking about love in the shower. I brave myself and check Stacia's reaction. Stacia doesn't look upset. She smiles at me and kisses me on the lips. Jared, I'm not sure of my feelings yet, but I think I'm there. I've fallen off the goddamn abyss, and you have to catch me. Stacia clings on my neck. Don't worry, I was already waiting for you in the abyss, I reply to her. I kiss her full of emotions, my love for her. I love you. Wow, I murmur as I watch Stacia sleep in my arms. I don't feel tired or sleepy at all. If it's up to me, we can go on for hours, but she looks exhausted. The shower, it went on to be more than it. Our acknowledgement of each other's feelings brought the sex to a different plane. It's not just screwing, it's lovemaking. How much I love this woman. My daughter. Is she finally going to have a proper mother? It's my greatest regret for my daughter, but I'm sure they'll get along. I love you. I said this line over and over again, but I don't care. It's the truth. Stacia's hold on me tightens. I smile as I slowly go to sleep with dreams of our tomorrow.
Chapter 17. Stacia. Hi, can you send the laundry service here? This is VIP room 306. I tell the receptionist on the other line. I plan to organize my things and pack most of my clothes. I also have lots of souvenirs when Jared and I toured the scenic spots of London. I need to buy another bag and place it there. Maybe I can use boxes instead. I stare at my clothes when the doorbell rings. It's probably the laundry service. I check on the peephole, and it's them. I smile and open the door. Hi, laundry service? I ask the two staffs. They're wide-eyed and look starstruck. I smile at them. Are they my fans? Miss Stacia? They ask me at the same time. I nod my head. They look happy, but they retain professionalism. Miss Stacia, we're here to pick up your laundry. Sure. I grab a bag of my laundry and gives it to them. This will be all. Can you deliver it by this afternoon? There's some polo inside. Make sure that you iron it flawlessly. The owner is very particular. I smile as I think about Jared. He went out to buy some snacks. I'll just busy myself while he's not around. Sure, Miss Stacia, they reply to me. I close my door and proceed to check on my things. I fold my clothes correctly and place them inside my suitcase. I hum to my songs as my hands move, my head banging, enjoying the tranquility of today. We're going to other places soon, and we only have a few days left here in Dublin. I can rarely enjoy silence. Thoughts about Jared and his confession keeps running in my mind. It wasn't that much of a surprise to me because I have a feeling that Jared doesn't like to play around with feelings. He's so thoughtful and kind. Nice and sweet, very different from all those bad boys. This tour made me see it. The whole duration of our band tour, he took care of me. Then, something catches my eyes. I frown. I still have a complete set of my tampons. Tampons are regular in any women's suitcase, but the problem is, it's still unopened, which means I didn't use it. I have regular periods, and I never missed one. Even though I'm stressed and busy about this tour, it's not as if this is my first time. My period should have arrived last week. It's freaking late. What's the meaning of this? I bite my lips. The reason I can think about is too hard to contemplate. I close my eyes, trying to calm down and not freak out. Stacia? Stacia? I jump when Jared touches my shoulder. I turn to him. Are you okay? You look pale. What's the problem? Are you hurt? You didn't notice me when I came in. I shake my head vehemently. I'm fine, but something came up, and I have to check it out. I'll be back later. Stacia? Jared calls me, but I only wave at him. Gosh, I can't freak out yet. I have to confirm first. I don't want to panic and find out that everything's all right with me. I breathe deeply as soon as I'm out of the hotel. I turn around, and Jared didn't follow me. Good. I need to find a pharmacy and confirm my suspicion. But there's also a possibility that I only have hormonal imbalance since I take birth control pills every day. I blitz through it. Blitz. That's the problem. I didn't think, and there's a possibility I haven't timed it right because I'm so busy. I close my eyes, trying to think logically. I look for the closest pharmacy. What if a paparazzi catches me on the act? I frown. Damn, I don't care anymore. Screw them. This is more important than my reputation. There are always rumors about a celebrity getting pregnant. I go inside a small pharmacy and pick up 5 pregnancy test kits of different brands since I don't know what's best and most accurate here. Asking the sales lady is out of the question. Fortunately, the counter is empty and I don't have to line up. How much? I ask the cashier, but she keeps staring at my face. Please? Oh, I'm sorry. It's $105. The cashier can't look at me in the eye. I pay her with cash. Damn, the money in my pocket is barely enough. I forgot to bring my wallet when I run out. Here, thank you, I say to her and hurriedly walk out of there. Next, I need to find an empty comfort room. Not in the hotel, it's too risky. How about a fast food restaurant? I found one right in front of the pharmacy. I get in and directly walk to the comfort room without looking at anyone, with my head down. There's a lot of people here, and I don't want fans to surround me right now. Luckily, no one noticed me because the comfort room is in a secluded area. I get in and lock the door. I even recheck it. My hands are trembling. Damn, I don't know what to do if this turns out to be positive. I close my eyes, trying to calm my trembling hands. I open the packet and follow the instructions. All the pregnancy kits are used and placed on the side. The 5 minutes wait is making my tension spike. I think I'm going to faint. Please be negative. 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 I keep repeating and imagining this in my mind. My eyes close as I grab the first kit. Such suspense as I open my eyes slowly and check on it. One line. I smile, but it disappears because there's a fade second line. God. I recheck another, and the second line is a lot clearer. My hand trembles faster, and my knees are even shaking. I grab another one, and the results are the same for the last 3. I feel like something crumble in me. My hands go to my stomach and I caress it. There's a life inside me, a living miracle. This isn't part of the plan. Such a thing isn't supposed to happen now. I'm still at the height of my career. What to do?
This is it, baby. This is what you can get me that'll make me happy.
You know I'll get you whatever you want. All you need to do is ask me and I'll give it to you.
This ain't just it. This is everything I could ever want.
Now I'm curious. What does a strong, sassy woman like yourself want so badly?
Baby, you know what I want?
I can't wait to hear.
The Big Baddie Bundle from Tyler Walker. It has everything I need.
20 ebooks with over 1 million words of sassy romance and spice that'll keep you on your toes.
10 audiobooks containing over 60 hours of that seductive voice telling me naughty things all night long.
You don't need an audiobook for that, baby. Right here.
You may be fine and all, but no one tells it like the way Miss Tyler does. And I need her in my life.
The Big Baddie Bundle is everything you need. You can get it for 80% off.
Go to tylerwalker.com to browse the bundles that earn you the best deals.
It's time you treat yourself. Because you deserve it.
Escape your life with Miss Tyler.
Chapter 18. Jared. What's up with her? I look at Stacia as she runs away. I want to talk to her, but she runs fast. Maybe I should see where she's going. I follow after her, but when I reach the lobby, she's no longer there. I frown. I try to call Stacia's number, but she's not answering. It only keeps ringing. As I walk back to the room, I call her assistant, and she explains that there's no problem with Stacia. Then what is it? Something personal? Maybe she's embarrassed to tell me? I shake my head, thinking that I don't need to know anything about her. Privacy is essential in any relationship. Without it, everything will fall apart. I swipe my card and enter my room and dial my mother's number. I haven't talked to her about my daughter and about the case that I filed. I'm hoping that the court will favor me for her custody. Before, I was having a hard time. I hope this time Sally's going to be under my care and not in my unresponsible ex-wife's care. It will be harmful to my daughter. Her influence won't bring my daughter any good. My mother answers after 5 rings. Mom, how are you? How's my baby girl? I ask her, feeling happy. Everything's great and going well with me. I have so many blessings these months, and I don't want to dwell on any disappointments. She's fine, and I'm fine too. Do you want to talk to her? My mom asks me. I smile. Yes, please. I feel so fortunate that I have my mother. She's my greatest support system. I would love to hear her voice. Sure, darling. Your daddy's on the line. He wants to talk to you. I can hear Mom talk to my daughter, Sally. Daddy? That's him? Please, let me talk to Daddy. Sally sounds excited. Hello, Daddy. Hi, Princess. Did you miss Daddy? I miss you, darling. Are you good to Grandmama? I ask her. I feel proud of having a daughter like her. Feels like I have the best of both worlds. I don't know if it can get better than this. I miss you, Daddy. When are you coming home to Sally? Come home and play with me, Daddy. I can hear the excitement in her voice. I would love it, darling. I'll play with you as soon as I'm back, I promise, I tell her. I know she misses me because when she was leaving with her mother, she doesn't see me much. I admit I have my faults too, but most of it is because of my ex-wife. I sigh. Okay, Daddy, you promise! Sally laughs, and I can hear her giving the phone back to my mom. She went off to play with her dolls, my mother says to me. Anyway, how are you, son? How's your career? Mom, I'm doing great. I haven't experienced being this happy and fulfilled for a while now. Music and performing make me happy. Mom, thank you. I tell her emotionally. I know if not for her, then I won't be here. Son, you're my boy. My little baby, no matter how big you are. Anyway, I talked to the lawyer and he said that the court's decision will be in favor of you this time. He's sure of it, my mother says happily. Really, Mom? I ask. Elation fills me to the brim. Mom, are you sure? Is the lawyer sure? He said that you have an 80% chance since your ex-wife is arrested and in police custody. Isn't it great? My mom sounds happy too. I'll happily take care of my daughter. She was just like you when you were younger, full of energy. Thank you, Mom. I love you, I tell her. You big baby. Now I have 2 babies, a small one and a big one, my mom says jokingly, but I can hear the emotion in her voice. I'm hanging up now. I'm sure you have so many things that you need to do. After all, you're now a celebrity. I laugh. Take care, Mom. Your health and Sally comes first. I know. Take care, son. I love you. The phone beeps, but my eyes are still on it. I smile. I'll say to Stacia the excellent news. Where is she? She's still not back? Right on cue, Stacia walks in. She looks worse than when she left. What happened to her? Did something come up? Stacia, what's wrong? I ask her. You need to tell me what's wrong. Why are you like this? Jared, we have a problem, Stacia says to me. I don't like the sound of it. What kind of problem? I don't know what's wrong with her, but she looks like she's going to faint any moment now. What is it? No matter what it is, we can work things out, I tell her. All problems always have a solution. I'm pregnant, Jared, and you're the father, Stacia says to me. Huh. It keeps repeating in my head, but I can't seem to process it. Can you repeat it, please? Did I hear you right? I ask Stacia. I said, I'm pregnant, and you're the father. She enunciated every word. I blink my eyes, the words channeling in my brain is slowly digested in my mind. Minutes come to pass, and I'm only staring at her. Stacia's face turns fainter as time passes. You don't like it? Don't worry. I won't let you hold any responsibility, Stacia says to me calmly. But she's wringing the helm of her shirt, and it betrays her real feelings. Stacia's words jolt me back to reality. I smile widely, feeling like I'm on clouds. I'm going to be a father again. I'm going to be a father. Me? Are you sure? I carry her in my arms and raises her up. I don't know how I manage it, but she's like weightless to me. I turn her around while she's in the air. Stacia looks shocked. Put me down. I place her down upon her request. I thought, you don't like it. Not like it. Impossible. This is our child, me and you. I caress her stomach. What are we to do? We still have to tour, and I'm still on the height of my career, Stacia says to me. I stop and stare at her. What do you want? I ask her seriously. She has to pay the price for bearing my child. I don't know. Don't worry. Everything will be okay. I'm here. And this child is a miracle. We can cherish and love him or her together, I tell her as I lean my head on her stomach. I'm kneeling in front of her. Stand up, Stacia whispers. Thank you. I stand up and hugs her. I love you, Stacia. I really do. I'm the happiest man alive. Thank you, Lord.
Chapter 19. Stacia. You need time away? Jared asks me, worried. To be honest, I'm surprised that he accepted the pregnancy quickly. I thought he's going to think about it, but aside from blanking for a few minutes, he has been ecstatic since then. Jared keeps taking care of me, and it's obvious that he's a really good father. I know that he's very good with his daughter. I'm lucky that he's the father of my child because I know that he'll care for us. But I need time to think about what to do next. I need to consider my options, and I need it without any intervention from someone. Maybe it will only take an hour, a few hours, or days. I know I don't have much time, so I have to think and decide fast. I sigh. I'll only be taking a walk, or maybe a few days. I reply to him. I need this, Jared. To sort my mind, I need time for myself. I understand. I won't interfere, but you have to keep me updated. At least, text me at night and mornings to make sure that you're safe, okay? You have to take care, Stacia. Whatever your decision is, I won't interfere, Jared replies to me. It looks like he has steeled himself. I lick my lips. What if I tell you that I want to abort the baby? Jared caresses my face and kisses the tip of my nose. I know you won't, honey. You'll never do it to any innocent life. What's more, it's ours. Jared, I hug him. I promise I'll come back soon. Jared nods and lets me go. I wave at him as I ride the elevator. My wallet and my phone are the only things I brought with me. I didn't bring anything else. Walking along the streets of London, I found a small, nice house for rent. I rented it for 3 days. This place is perfect. It's livable and in a good neighborhood. I look around and maybe I'll buy this place. I like it here. I feel comfortable. The owner settled the bill with me, and I paid happily. It's my child and me for 3 days. For now. Baby, Daddy won't be around for a few days, okay? Mommy has to think, but don't worry, Mommy won't ever hurt you. Got it? I caress my stomach as I recline on my seat, watching the people passing by through my windows. The front of this house is a park with children. I look at them and I imagine my kid playing there. I love children, and I always wanted to have one of my own. It's just that there's no opportunity for it. The men I met before were all douchebags, and the best example for that is Eddie, right? The children's laughter outside makes me happy and warm. I imagine my children and Jared's running around, laughing as well. Damn, looks like I'm warming up to the idea. But the problem is, how am I going to proceed with this? My music always comes first for me. Not even a man can change that. My music is my first love, and nothing can beat that love. But maybe my child and Jared are my true and greatest love. I don't know, but I know that I won't exchange them for anything too. Especially my child. What to do? It's been 2 days, and I still can't think of anything. I keep myself busy by cooking, or I order some food outside. I walk around too. The neighborhood is curious about me. I talk to them, say a few words, and leave. I sigh. What is it? I can't choose. I can't decide. Jared's still worried, and he keeps texting me, even though I don't reply unless it's in the morning and at night. Maybe I should play with the children outside. I think there's nothing wrong with the idea. I walk outside and go to the park. I watch the children as they run around, playing with each other, some of them with their parents, and they keep looking at me. I wave at the children. A bit later, and they're surrounding me. I smile as they're talking about so many things. I feel good. Then I see a child walking with her mother, singing together. The scene brands my mind. I watch them until they leave, and I bid goodbye as well. I got my answer. It's time for me to go home. Jared? I call out to Jared as I enter our room. He seems to be not around. I walk into our bedroom, and he's there, on the sofa, dozing off. His phone is in his hands. I check my phone, and I received 10 messages from him earlier, worried about me. I smile when I see him. Feeling loved, I know I love this man and no one else. Jared? I call out to him, and he wakes up. Jared stares at me and smiles widely. He hugs me hurriedly, looking me up and down. Are you all right? Jared caressed my body. Nothing's wrong, right? I smile. Jared, I love you. Jared stares at me like he doesn't know what I mean. I love you. Oh, Stacia, I love you too. I really do. Jared kisses me on the lips. I miss you, honey. You don't know how much. I can't even sleep properly without you in my arms. I gaze at his face. He's so sincere. My heart is touched. I decided, honey. I want to continue my pregnancy, and I want to continue my music while doing it, I announced to him. Jared smiles. I'm not surprised, honey. I know that you're going to do it, and with your capability, it won't be a problem, Jared says to me as he caresses my hair. I believe in you. I want to write and make music while on my pregnancy for the later months, and this tour won't be canceled. I want to continue the tour while my stomach is still small. I want to show off my baby bump, I announce. I'll support you, honey, in any endeavor you want, Jared says to me. I'm so happy with my boyfriend. He's very supportive, soon-to-be husband. I love you, darling, and you gave me one of the greatest gifts of my life. Jared hugs me tightly. I love you too. I feel I'm the luckiest woman alive. This is just the start for us.
Chapter 20. Jared. Guess where Jace and Rennie are right now? My fiancé asks. I stop on my tracks. We're currently taking a leisurely stroll in the park near our apartment. It's nice to enjoy the wonderful day outside after so much time spent inside band rooms and recording studios. We have some free time, about a week, before we get back to work and hustle. I raise an eyebrow. Where? Ithaca, she replies, grinning as she shows me her phone with the pictures that Jace posted on Instagram on her screen. Instantly, I make a face. What are they doing over there? Vacationing, most likely, she replies, scrolling through some more photos. But why there? I ask, confused. Probably because it's your hometown. A pause. But why? Don't ask me, she exclaims, laughing. No one knows how the minds of those two work. Figuring that she has a point, I ask instead. Where did those two go? She easily enters my space and leans back on my chest so we can view the photos together. I relish that simple action from her as I feel her warmth and smell her unique, fragrant scent. The fact that lovely Stacia of underworld royalties is by my side still amazes me to this day. The fact that we're each other's lover Makes me feel like the most blessed man in the earth. Well, they went to Ithaca Falls, she starts to enumerate. Then to Cornell University. Another falls called Buttermilk. That sounds delicious, by the way. Had a burger eating contest at the Glenwood Pines restaurant and... is that my mother? I interject in disbelief as I look at the woman they're posing with in the picture. Whoa, that's unmistakably my mother. Then I look at the next picture. Wait, is that my uncle? Yeah, she laughs at my reaction. Apparently they had a barbecue party with her and your Uncle Tom. But why? I told you, don't ask me. Grumbling and wondering how all these happened without my knowledge, I'm fixing my sunglasses and my hair, just in case a paparazzo takes a picture of us, when the amazing woman beside me speaks. Ithaca looks gorgeous, she says. Yeah, I say, a bit distracted as I appreciate her great form and her dress. Man, she always looks so good. How am I so lucky? We have a saying back at my town, Ithaca is gorgeous because the place is gorgeous and there are so many gorges around the area. It's a play in words. I'd like to visit Ithaca too. You do? I ask, pleasantly surprised. Don't tell me you got envious from the pics that Jason Rennie took over there. Well, it's not strange, right? She says a bit defensively. For one, the place is gorgeous. 2, I want to see your hometown, the place you grew up. 3, I also want to meet your family. I mean, you're my husband. I can't believe Jason Rennie met your family before I do. You already met my family before, I point out. On Snapchat. I meant personally, like really face to face. You're being competitive, I venture to say. Are you jealous of Jason Rennie? Really? I try to rein in my laugh when I see she's embarrassed. I fail, though. Strong and intimidating Stacia pouts before me, and is it bad if I suddenly want to squeal? Okay, we will. I placate her before she thinks of banning me to sleep on the couch for teasing her too much. The next time that we have some free time, we'll visit Mom in Ithaca. With the whole family, yeah? She asks as she places a hand on the grip of the stroller in front of her. Definitely. I agree as I place a chaste kiss on her lips. It'll take a few months before it happens, though, she complains. We just released an album after all. We still have to do tours, too. Speaking of our recently released album, I checked earlier with our distributors before we left the apartment, I tell her excitedly. And guess what? The pre-order album sales, both digital and physical, are insane. At this rate, this album could possibly be Underworld Royalty's most successful and best-selling album yet. Oh my God, that's amazing! I know. I'm so proud of you, babe. I tell her, pulling her into a hug. You were amazing in the album. We did amazing, she corrects me, raising her head to look me in the eyes. She smiles. We did so well. Daddy, Mommy. A cute voice calls out to us, and I see how my fiancé brightens up when my daughter runs towards her to hug her. Sally laughs before covering her mouth. She peeks at the inside of the baby stroller between Stacia and I. Is baby Joshua still asleep? Yes, darling, I say, patting her head gently. But he'll probably wake up in an hour or two. I can't describe how happy and relieved I am that I have my daughter at my side, not with my ex-wife, especially after her alarming negligence and cruel treatment of my daughter. After that nasty custody battle between Natasha and I over Sally, I believe without a doubt that she's absolutely worth the fight as I watch her finally smiling happily right now. Joshua always sleeps, Sally complains. I hope he grows fast so we can play already. Oh, he will, honey. You just need to be patient, Stacia tells her, fondness in her eyes. How about we bring you the toy store later? Would you like that? The girl gasps in delight. Daddy, I really love Mommy, she exclaims, giggling. We stop by a park bench. Stacia and I sit down, and I pull Sally to settle on my lap, while my fiancé makes sure to steady the stroller before us. Yeah, I really love Mommy too, I tell her before looking at the woman beside me in the eyes. She smiles. Well, Sally, I really love Daddy too. Eeshoo, the girl giggles and we laugh. Mommy and Daddy really love Sally too, you know, Stacia sweetly says, pinching her adorable cheeks gently. Icky, she exclaims, but I can tell she's really pleased by the flush on her cheeks. Can I go play? Sure, darling. I consent before giving her a stern look. Just make sure it's somewhere we can see you and don't stray too far. Sally doesn't even let me finish talking before she dashes away to play. How cute, someone says. Totally adorable. We swerve our heads to where the voices are coming from, and we see two girls smiling at us. Hi, Stacia, one says enthusiastically. You and Jared look totally cute together, the other exclaims. Underworld royalties rock. Thank you, we say while waving back at them. They're about to leave when one of them yells back. Tell Jace and Rennie to get together already. Stacia and I exchange stunned looks before laughing uproariously. She has tears in her eyes when her laugh finally dwindles into a giggle. I can't wait to tell them about this. They'll be livid. I agree. She leans back on my shoulder as I put an arm around her. We cuddle, completely at ease and blissful with the life that we created. I'm so happy right now, I tell her. Me too, she answers as she leans and captures my lips in a soft kiss.